Well, to weigh in some more on the AfriForum's court application, let's speak now to legal expert Rupert Candy. Mr. Candy, good afternoon. Thank you very much. I see you sitting inside court at this hour. Thank you for your time here on Today on ENC. Just an overriding question first. The arguments presented so far in this appeal case, with AfriForum insisting their argument is based on protecting the constitutional right of a freedom to speech. But as we've just heard there from Advocate Ngubagai Toby saying that this is actually a rejection of the current constitutional system and a reminder of a painful past for majority of South Africans, a reminder of Baskap. How are they penning out the arguments in court?
Thank you, Dan, for having me. Yes, quite correctly, AfriForum has consistently argued that a ban, and by the way, this is not a complete ban that the Mandela Foundation is seeking. The ban which what the Mandela Foundation seeks is that the gratuitous displays of the old flag to be declared hate speech under the Equality Act. There are circumstances in which the old flag can be displayed, and that's covered under Section 12 of the Equality Act. And that's mainly for artistic creativity purposes, to be kept in museums, to be used for journalistic purposes, and so on and so forth. The right to freedom of expression in South Africa is not absolute. AfriForum has consistently supported an American-style version of freedom of speech, where you can say whatever you want to without any consequence. That is not to say in South Africa the right to freedom of expression is not protected. It is fiercely protected at a constitutional level in terms of the Constitution, Section 16. There's a number of cases, including from the Constitutional Court, which support free speech. And we have a vibrant civil society whose job it is to keep our constitutional democracy in check. One such organization is the Freedom of Expression Institute. So the arguments at this stage, we've just heard from AfriForum Counsel, as well as our counsel for the Mandela Foundation, Advocate Ngubagai Toby. As I speak to you now, I'm actually in a different court. The Minister of Justice and Correctional Services, as well as the Department of Justice, their counsel, Advocate Kazi, is currently arguing. And we'll see how it pans out later in the day.
Yeah, well, your view from the Nelson Mandela Foundation perspective is that it's not a total ban that is at play here. It's a ban on gratuitous display of the old apartheid flag that should be outlawed, if I may use that. And AfriForum says no, anybody's free to show anything anyhow. What should trump what? I'm asking this because the old apartheid flag, for majority of black South Africans, it will bring back memories of repression, of oppression, of white subjugation or white domination, but AfriForum doesn't seem to think so. They seem to think that the Constitution says, freedom of expression should trump that. What's your view in the Nelson Mandela Foundation?
Well, firstly, I don't even know, Dan, why we're here. And the reason why I say so is because the Constitutional Court last year, in the John Kwelani case, which was a hate speech case about homophobia, that was a unanimous judgment by the Constitutional Court. And I mention and emphasize unanimous because you would know that in the recent body politic social discourse of South Africa in recent times, there's been much debate about more of a hullabaloo about majority judgment and minority judgment. This was a unanimous judgment by Justice Stephen Majid. And in that judgment, it specifically endorsed the idea that the manifestation of hatred can take other forms besides words. So you can use symbolism like that apartheid flag as a form of hatred. That dominant meaning, which Justice Mojapelo in the Equality Court confirmed, the dominant meaning is a celebration of white supremacy and black subjugation. It's not just a local position in South Africa, it's the international position, and it's been the case since 1973 when what that flag represents, the celebration of apartheid, was declared a crime against humanity. And we hope that, we will have a successful outing today, and we think that, based on the judgment of Justice Mojapelo in the Equality Court, and most notably the Kwelani case, we would triumph. However, it remains to be seen whether, if we do triumph, AfriForum will still take this matter to the Constitutional Court, because we've seen in the past, when it comes to litigating this particular right to equality legislation and cases around the Section 9 right to equality in our Constitution, AfriForum, as well as its sister organization, Solidarity, have shown that they have quite the healthy appetite when it comes to litigating around this particular constitutional right. Whether it's this particular matter, street renamings, affirmative action, basically settled law, even at the Constitutional Court level, settled constitutional law, they would still challenge those particular cases. So we really do hope that we will have success here, and hopefully it'll be the end of the matter.
If you're not successful, you will meet them in the Constitution. If you're successful, rather, and they appeal or they take it to the Constitutional Court, I guess the Nelson Mandela Foundation will also go to the Constitutional Court to defend its position on this.
Well, of course, we would hope that sanity prevails, Dan, because, as I say, the law is settled. We shouldn't be wasting time and resources on a case that has no legal merit whatsoever.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Rupert Candy.
Yeah, thank you.
We have to leave it there now, and you have to go back because the Minister, Ronald Lamula, and the Justice Department are currently presenting their arguments inside the appeal court. Thanks for coming out for a short while to talk to us in another courtroom there at the Supreme Court of Appeal in Bloemfontein. That's legal expert Rupert Candy. He's part of the legal team of the Nelson Mandela Foundation that's opposing AfriForum's appeal at the Supreme Court of Appeal in Bloemfontein today, where they are appealing for a change or the setting aside of an earlier ruling by the Equality Court way back in 2019 that ruled that the gratuitous display of the apartheid flag is hate speech. Still ahead on